How dare you, Natsuki? How did it even come to this? I'm Hotpara, the Hotpara.
Monika, please mind your own business for once.
Yeah!
We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way! Like before, Yuri purrs her lips, but it's different this time.
Load me.
Welcome back to Masquerade. Hi if you're new here, my name's Para, your host, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club! So I kind of did a question down in the comments below in the last one, where I asked who should I go with, because I'm generally not really interested in anybody, and a lot of you said Yuri, so let's just try to go for Yuri, I guess, which of course you guys will stick me with him. Like, do you have like some deep-hidden nature for me, because you know I can't read cursive that well? It doesn't matter, I still love you guys anyway. Essence. Yeah, okay, so she likes everything dark, I guess. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, everything that's sort of like, it's like a word. It's like she reads dictionaries for a living. Oh, we're back as Hotpara. It's me, Hotpara, your host, and we're back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Hotpara! Yo, Sayori, my girl! You know, I'm surprised I still remember all their voices because it's been so long. Like, I took a break. If some of you don't know, I took a break in between. It's been like almost a month since the last time I played Doki Doki Literature Club. I also have to get back to Deltarune. Dang it. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
Hehe. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. That's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always been the simple things with you anyways.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Oh my gosh, she tried to use me for money? Sayori, I thought we were friends.
Why's that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then, she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. Alright, I can see through you, woman.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I'm like Shakespeare. How come I don't read and yet I'm like Shakespeare? I'm like, no, not Shakespeare, like Sherlock.
What? I give up. Oh, don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. So is this really weird? Every single time you guys read a book, do you guys feel like you have to like act out every scene in that book? I don't know if it's because I'm like such an actor sucker, as if it were happening to me. Like you have to like go through the emotions. I'm like, it's not crazy, right? I'm not crazy. This is something people do, right?
Yuri, tell Hotpara to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough for tribulation. Yeah, exactly. Suffer, Sayori. What Yuri said. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book.
I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
It's retribution. I was gonna say, that's not the word, right? Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was gonna bring me to the club before she even told me.
But...
You wouldn't have come if it weren't for my cupcakes. Guys, real question, real quick. When I'm done doing Yuri's route, should I go back and play all the other routes? Like Sayori and Natsuki's route? I'm kind of confused if I should go back and see their routes, because I feel like Sayori's like a little evil. Just me?
So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me some more credit than that, Sayori. What the heck? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and she tumbles into the desk. It tumbles into the desk.
Ow! What was... Cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Natsuki, is that you? Sayori glances over.
Is this a miracle? It's because I played my restitution. My restitution.
It's retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you.
But then I already blogged about my cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though.
Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly caps her hand over her mouth.
I bit my tongue.
You're gonna go through a lot over just one cookie. Let's just take a bite of her own cookie.
Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine.
Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
I forgot how many ee-hee-hees are inside Doki Doki Literature Club. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Ah, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her.
Oh!
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. The little thief! This little thief! Okay, I need to slow down. I don't even think I'm paying attention.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori?
Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room.
Huh. Where's Monika anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true.
Excuse me? I think myself very desirable. Excuse you. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super late. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club or her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Natsuki quickly glances at me. Don't look at me. I didn't make this up. They were making the whole fanfiction over there. Not me. I was just standing here listening to the fanfiction. Never mind that. So what helped you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. But piano? I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika.
Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Hotpara. Monika smiles sweetly. Yeah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Stop that. I hate when you stand like that. It makes me really uncomfortable. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Is that where the magnet is? Hey, Yuri. You suddenly notice that Yuri is reading a different book from the one you've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, right, she got me a book last time. Goodness gracious, it's been so long. The only thing I remember is that they were fighting about boobies. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Methodical? I didn't read that. I'm going too fast. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Oh no, we're gonna have a moment. Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounded to explain this to Monika. We were just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monika, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Hotpara in club activities? Dang! Yuri, that's so mean! My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Hotpara. Listen, if you guys are gonna have a cat fight, I want nothing to do with it. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. What the heck was that? Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. Hotpara, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Wow, that's so deep. Good thing I don't read books, am I right? No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Hotpara, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help you to feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. You know what it is? It's this freaking music. Listen, my brain goes with like any emotion that's in the room, so if there's calm music, I become more calm. If there's music like this, I start reading like on 2-tier speed. I don't know what's wrong with me. Hotpara, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle at 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. She's not like gonna burn her hand or something like really cliche, right? You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out, it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Wow. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Hotpara. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Hotpara, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh my gosh, that's so true. I hate, bending over to read. I either have to like put my legs up and use my knees as like a pedestal for my book. I don't like slouching when I read. It has to be like at least the eye level.
I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Oh my gosh, same, Yuri, same. Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because
your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Oh, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, since it'll go down well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if on sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yeah, this is kind of awkward. Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally trust her I was gonna say, I'm starting to like think of that position in my mind. I'm like, my hand is wedged right next to her boobies. Meanwhile, Yuri doesn't notice a single thing. She wears an intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Eh? Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the page.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Oh, I was gonna say when we were gonna get our picture. Oh wow, look at the glitter effect. Oh my goodness gracious. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. As a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take the chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. Ew, oh gosh, I hate feeding people. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. What? That's so freaking tiny, what the hell? Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yeah, you know, you just took that real easy, didn't you? Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Hotpara.
Sorry, sis, I guess I shouldn't have done that.
Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right?
I mean, yeah, I do that to my siblings all the time. Not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was.
Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything.
I see, yeah. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I could tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Oh no, stop it! Stop it, I'm ungovernable! How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice my chest is rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth.
Can you pick me up?
I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Thank you, Monika. Thank you. Oh, praise the holy Monika. Praise the holy Monika.
Okay, everyone.
Yuri bounces. What the fuck is happening? Thank you, holy Monika. Yuri jots back.
It's time to share poems. Hotpara, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much of a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Oh, hell no. Pretend it didn't happen. I'm gonna show Sayori because I actually really like her poems, I think.
Ooh! I like this one, Hotpara. It has some nice feelings in it.
I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Hee.
That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go with my heart. If it makes me feel things, then I must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. I think it is, right? If you like it, then it's a good poem. If you don't, you don't. Listen, there's some books out there that I read that's a little bit bad grammar, but I liked it. It all depends on like what your perspective is on things. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't know what kind of writing you'd like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? Yeah, I like to call it drama without consequence. Ever heard of it? Me neither, but I sort of just like have this preference with books now where it's like I like drama, but you know, as the name indicates, without consequence, so like it ends up okay in the end anyway, and they like get over it. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rain cloud.
Rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Huh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Hotpara. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Yeah, let's see.
Bottles. I pop off my sculpt like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle of starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. No! Oh, man! Oh, I was trying to read
I was trying to go down some more and I skipped it. No! This is rigged. This should have a back button. I can't. I have to read it. I have to actually read it. Hold on.
One eternity later.
Finally, I did it. I got back. Hold on.
I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
Wow. See, that's what I wanted. Why do you have to make my life so miserable? Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did.
It's kind of like, everything's kind of like horror, isn't it? Jeez Louise.
Did I tell you yesterday I was gonna write my best poem ever?
Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
Gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Yeah, don't get out of yourself there. Sayori's had a bit of a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be a pessimist. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was freaking horrible. Wait, hold on. Yeah, Natsuki. I like Natsuki's. Simple. I can read it.
I like your last one better.
Eh? Really?
Well, yeah, I can tell you're a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat.
That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out.
I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all that deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something.
Amy likes spiders.
You know what I've heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chords, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has lots of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world will be better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone.
Oh my freaking gosh, what the hell?
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that's the best I could do.
No, of course not. Can we talk about the what the frick was happening with Amy in there?
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I never have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course! It's about how everyone thinks about my...
Oh, okay. Because that's the way they think about her poems, because she's Amy. And I thought Amy was Yuri because they had that fight yesterday, right? But no. She's Amy, and Yuri is the people that doesn't like Amy. Because they don't write poems the way they're supposed to be, or just because of the way that they do things.
It doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone thinks? As long as they're not hurting anyone, it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
I will. Alright, how should Yuri? Yeah, sure.
Let's see what you've written for today.
You like it? I mean, I'm kind of going for you, so you probably like it, right? Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Hotpara? This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly?
Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. I mean, you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. even if it's with you.
Oh, if it's with you. Oh no, I just remembered Yuri's bullshit. The raccoon. Okay, listen, alright. May you have mercy upon my reading skills and all the words I will probably mess up, because I cannot read cursive.
It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I give the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that it's fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. Yes, the bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, my... Does that say edge? Edge? I really don't know what that is. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and edge. I'm thinking that's edge, right? I'm gonna say that's edge. Yeah, sure. The moon increments its place and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto that newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. What the heck? What? Is that, did I read that right? I don't care how many times I missed it. I'm not gonna reread that horrible cursive. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. I cannot even tell you what the raccoon was about. I was so busy using all of my brain cells to try to figure out how to read your poem. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Yeah, me neither.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what's it supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Ha, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
Eh? She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah, it sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it?
Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Hotpara.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
That's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that.
It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me, and just for a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay, yeah, I'm going to Monika. Ciao.
Hi again, Hotpara. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, there you go. I give my poem to Monika.
All right. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspirations in Yuri's writing style?
No, the comments below tell me to go for Yuri, so that's what's happening. I like the book she reads though. I'm a little bit for a sucker of that. If you just add like BL into the mix a little bit. I'm kidding. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like lights turn on inside her.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out with her.
Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that? You must be pretty into her. Eh? No, I was just protecting a friend. Oh my goodness gracious. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a girlfriend. No, not a girlfriend, boyfriend, sorry. What the frick? Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Yeah, I'm in love with books, sorry. Monika kind of whispers that last part to me. I'm kind of in love with all the people that I ship, you know? It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway. You want to read my poem now? Yes, please. I literally just came here for your poem because your poem surprised me the most last time. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors. They won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Speaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on the turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless.
Load me.
Huh? That doesn't rhyme. Wait, hold on. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Loading. Loading. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. That's true. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short made it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstracted as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tape even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So save. Got it. Yeah, I kind of learned that when I accidentally skipped Sayori's poem. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if anyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monika? Yeah, we're going to having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Did you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no! It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to performing in front of that group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys.
No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to the whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then we will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Dang. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Yeah, no thank you. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I just have to get it over with. All right!
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Come on, Yuri. I already went through it. You have to.
You have to.
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have much of a choice.
Aha! That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Literally. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monika, that's too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. We'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitement. The four of us applaud. Woo! Monika takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monika!
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
What? Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets observant to her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were just caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good! Thank you for sharing! Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily?
I would literally just start laughing. Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poems, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made for a perfect match. The poem wasn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Do I get to hear these poems at the end or something? Is the end of this just like the festival? Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Hotpara liked it.
I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems won't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery won't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of other people. Hee hee.
The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know.
Okay.
Now who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Hotpara. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Hotpara lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
How dare you, Natsuki? How dare you? My standards aren't that low. I'm a host, for goodness sake. I'm Hotpara, the Hotpara.
Natsuki.
It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Can I finally read my own poem? I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Okay, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... What? Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. Well, she's still a little unenthused. Her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki.
I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all of this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day.
I can't wait!
I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, and I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make it such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Come on, don't make this awkward.
It's okay, Hotpara, you don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things has already changed. But today, Sayori is a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asks to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, oh no, why would you give me a choice? I don't want choices. Hold on, this is why Sayori's tip of the day. Hold on, I'll overwrite this one. And oh shoot, but I'm still aiming to go with Yuri, right? Ah, gosh darn it, she probably is gonna ask me one day, and then I'm gonna be like, no, but I said I'd go with Sayori.
3 hours later.
I don't really like walking with other people, and you are my best friend, so I would still walk home with Sayori. I mean, that's kind of rude to break, but it isn't, but it is. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I've got a toe. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sayori, yeah. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. That's what I'm saying. Why do I have to walk home with her, too? Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Hotpara.
I mean, think about it. If we're have a sibling relationship, which obviously we can change that, but I'm not going to, and we live together all our life, I would not ditch my sibling for some weird person I have a crush on.
You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, so I guess the festival is the end date. So far, just like the first day, I was betting a little bit more horror, and I wish I could read Yuri's poems. Like, I'm not joking. Like, this isn't even like a bit. I cannot read Yuri's cursive. Like, I can read a lot of words, but sometimes it gets really sloppy in the beginning or in the middle, and then I can't understand the words anymore because I guess I'm just used to reading a different kind of cursive that's more clean. I guess now I see how Yuri believes that her writing is a little bit more sloppy. Yeah, I can kind of see that. She's a bit of a sloppy handwriter, but yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I think each one of these episodes are going to be an hour long because that's really just the full day, right? Anyway, my voice is tired. You guys look wonderful, but sadly I'm asleep to go make other masquerades, and so must you. So if you guys want to see Doki Doki Literature Club Part 1, you can click on the video on the screen now. Bye!